Good morning and welcome to the Blytheway Morning Show. I am Bonnie Hughes, a VP Sales and Marketing for Red Cloud Klondike Strike. Our guest today is girl's best friend, Botswana Diamonds. Joining us today is James Campbell, CEO. Hello, James, and thank you very much for joining us and telling us all about what's going on with Botswana Diamonds.
Thank you very much indeed for having me, Bonnie. Lovely to see you again.
Yes, you too. So I understand you just put out some news recently that Vast Resources has acquired some prospecting license exclusive rights to the Marange fields. Do you want to tell us about that and how that is representative to Botswana Diamonds?
Bonnie, I'd love to tell you about that. About 3 months ago, we announced that Vast Resources and ourselves, Botswana Diamonds, had signed a memorandum of understanding to develop Zimbabwe's diamond potential. We were enormously excited about that because there's been very little diamond exploration and development work in Zimbabwe for over 30 years. And Zimbabwe, sitting on the Carpvile Craton, like Botswana and South Africa, made it a highly prospective destination. The award of the prospecting license to Vast Resources and Marange is very, very significant. One of the predecessors to Vast was African Consolidated Resources, who were the original discoverers of Marange, which has produced something like 50 million carats of diamonds over the past 15 years or thereabouts. So we're delighted that Vast has been awarded this particular license, and we're delighted to partner with Vast at the same time.
And was part of the awarding of the license, I understand there's been a change in Parliament in Zimbabwe, and was this beneficial to them in getting awarded exclusivity?
I think partly so, yes, but clearly the new government in Zimbabwe has opened the doors for business in Zimbabwe. Is a much more business-friendly government, and we believe they're also having a very good look at the percentage a government take in diamonds and platinum at the moment, which is sitting at 51%, with all other minerals sitting at 0%. And we believe the government will take a hard look at that, because as my chairman, Dr. John Teeling, says, a dollar is an orphan, and it will find its best home in terms of its best investment return. And I think many jurisdictions are now becoming much more alive to this particular point, so they can compete better than other jurisdictions.
That's excellent. And you have a JV with Alrosa on one of your projects. What's happening with that project?
Yes, Bonnie, we've got 2 joint ventures in Botswana. The first one is with Alrosa. It's called Sunland Minerals, and we're exploring in the Central Kalahari desert of Botswana. And not so long ago, we announced some very exciting heavy mineral indicator anomalies over strong geophysical anomalies. And if one puts the 2 together, they're very likely to be kimberlite at the end of the day, and we have a plan to drill those targets in the second half of this year. The other project we have in Botswana is called the Maibui joint venture. This is with BCL, which is sadly in liquidation, and BCL have drafted a prospectus with a view to selling their share in the project. Botswana Diamonds, of course, made an offer for BCL's share, but there is a process to undertake with the Maibui joint venture, and we're very excited that things will start to rapidly come to a conclusion so we can progress what is a very exciting project.
And are you planning any drilling on some of your other projects at the moment?
Yes, we are. If I move to South Africa, we've got 2 major project areas. The first one is the Thorny River, where we've done a considerable amount of work, and we're looking to commercialize it. The second one is in the Free State, where we have 8 kimberlites, where we've already done geochemistry work, geophysical work, and heavy mineral indicator work. And our plan is to do some drilling on one of the kimberlites in the second half of the year. And what is very significant about this is that we discovered these kimberlites, or rediscovered them, through looking at the annals of the Africana Library in Bloemfontein and equivalent ancient libraries in Kimberley, that these kimberlites were actually producing well over 100 years ago, and they're in the vicinity of the world-class Kimberley, Jagersfontein and Koffiefontein mines.
Well, that is exciting and very interesting. And I guess it helps you that you had some history in order to know that this was a good place for you to go and explore.
Absolutely, and I think in today's world, it's very difficult to find something new. And I think there are 2 or 3 different ways in which you do that. Firstly, A breakthrough in technology through operating cost, capital cost, or exploration. Secondly, having another look at a geological model, turning it upside down. And thirdly, looking in unusual places, like a library.
And which of your projects do you think will be in production sooner?
Bonnie, it's a very good question. One thing that Botswana Diamonds has, it has a portfolio of projects spanning Botswana and South Africa, and also we're planning to do that in Zimbabwe too, all the way from early stage exploration, greenfields, such as what we're doing in the Kalahari, all the way through to our most advanced project, which is Thorny River, which is still at deposit level, but just shy of an inferred resource level. And Thorny River in particular, we're looking at commercializing in the short term.
Oh, that would be excellent because, of course, everybody likes production, cash flow, revenue,
Yes.
and all of those things. But also, too, they like to see when you do drilling, the results from, knowing that there's diamonds there can also be very beneficial to the share price when you're drilling. So you're going to be drilling on those two properties in the short term.
That's correct, Bonnie. We're going to be drilling in the Central Kalahari, and we're going to be drilling in the Free State Kimberlites in South Africa.
And so that means that investors can expect some news flow on assay results?
Absolutely. If we look at our short-term news flow between now and the end of the year, we'll be announcing results, drilling results on our Free State Kimberlite drilling. We'll be announcing results on our Sunland Minerals drilling in the Kalahari Desert. We also, number 3, we hope to announce the results of the draft prospectus and the process with which we're going to undertake with BCL on the Maibui project. And then additionally to that, we have done some work on our new project, Mooikloof, in South Africa, and we plan to announce petrography and heavy mineral results on that particular project. Botswana Diamonds typically has 1 or 2 RNSs every month, and the next 6 months are going to be no different.
That's excellent. And are you still looking at other prospects and other projects?
We certainly are, but our focus is very much on Southern Africa, on the Kaapvaal Craton, which straddles South Africa, Botswana, Zimbabwe, and of course Lesotho and Swaziland. And we're always on the lookout for good quality projects, and as you will see by the nature of our business, we are always open to different forms of commercial arrangement.
Like joint ventures, earn-ins, exactly. Well, you seem to have a lot on the go and a lot of very interesting prospects, and we look forward to hearing your drill results and hearing more about your earn-in agreements and joint ventures with your other partners. So thank you very much for joining us, and hope to see you again soon.
Thank you very much indeed for having me, Bonnie, on the Mining Show, and I look forward to seeing you again.
Thank you for joining us on the Blytheway Mining Show. Have a very profitable day.